let's talk about that a little bit. There's where we get attached to. You say you go to these events, you go to a meeting, you get inspired, you get moved, you have a long laundry list as long as your arm of new actions, new activities, things that move you, that you really believe are going to make a difference, and then you don't because you're holding on to or you're attached to the past. And that's where the rubber hits the road as far as you go, right? Because you can't have a new space or new energy or allocate resources that are limited if you're still pointing them towards what you're holding on to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I said what you said, just in different words.
Better.
No, I don't know about that. I don't have the accent.
What you did say is great, is that concept of detachment, right? You're right. That would be the California way. And I just think it's interesting that some ideas have their time. Like, so as you say, I'm British, and the British psyche still owes a lot to Winston Churchill, right? And this kind of gritty, determined, stiff upper lip attitude. And Churchill's
just get on with it.
Get on with it, do it, right? Never give up, which is brilliant advice if the Nazis are at Dover, okay? But it's not great advice if the never giving up one thing means that you are just going to do that instead of all of the new and interesting things that life and your business and what have you offers, right? So it's really integral to the idea of risk-taking and change that it's going to involve doing something new. And very often the impediment to that is that we just want to keep doing all of the things that we've done in the past. I'll just give it a business example of this, because I think it's really relevant. Google have created $2 trillion worth of wealth, right, in 25 years. And in doing that, they have, this is quite an old statistic, but at the time, about 57 different brands that they've curtailed, right? Buzz, Wave, Reader, Glass, etc.
Yes.
And every time they do it, the tech press goes, they've lost it. They're not with it at the moment. But Google understands something really important, which is that the definition of an entrepreneur, as coined by the French economist Jean-Baptiste Say, is one who reallocates resources from areas of lower to areas of higher return. And part of that process is folding the old hand. So this is not, by the way, this is not what I've spent most of my time talking about for 20 years, but I think it's interesting that an idea has come of its time. And a lot of people are thinking along the same lines in the last sort of 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you were in acting, you went to entrepreneurship, you referenced your poker playing. All of those take certain risks. I mean, entrepreneurs bet on themselves. I mean, that to me, I'm an entrepreneur, but I didn't wake up and say I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I looked at the landscape. I had the results I had at university, and it just kind of made sense to me to go in the direction I did, as opposed to another one which was not entrepreneurial.